Hi, welcome to Xperia Junkie, a new YouTube channel dedicated to Sony Xperia smartphones, tablets and more. For my first video, I'm going to do a long-term review of the Z5. I've had this phone for about 6 months now, so that's launch time in the UK pretty much, and I thought I'd share with you what I think about the phone itself. For those that don't know about the phone, here's a quick little rundown of it. You've got a 5.2-inch full HD display, you've got a nice slim profile, it's 7.3mm thick. You've got your dedicated fingerprint scanner on the side, volume rocker and camera key. On the front you've got stereo speakers, one at the bottom and one at the top, plus your 5-megapixel camera. You've got your SD card slot and your SIM card slot on the other side, and your 23-megapixel main camera with an LED flash on there too. I've got the graphite grey model, which looks stunning still, even though it's about 6 months old. As you can see, there's no scrapes, scratches, bumps or anything on there for you, and still looks premium as it ever was. Getting through to the phone, being 6 months old, you'd maybe expect a little bit of lag or stutter, but nope, the phone itself is still running as quick as it was from day one. Apps load up very quickly, as I can show you. For example, if I was to go into Hangouts, you can see how quickly these all load up. They're all on there for you. And other applications, for example Walkman, which has been rebranded to music, that opens up very quickly too, as you can see. So the phone itself performs as good as it did from day one. And with performance of the phone, it does have the Snapdragon 810 processor, which has been known to get quite warm from time to time, but this doesn't get anywhere near as warm as the phone before, the Xperia Z3. It does get warm when you use the camera for quite some time, but it never shuts down on me at all. And you can see I've never had any performance issues with it whatsoever. It runs a treat from doing the basic tasks like calls and text to playing top-end games, again with no lag or stutter regarding that whatsoever. Moving on to the screen, as I mentioned before, it's a 5.2-inch full HD display, so that's perfect for viewing any photos, videos, playing games, but maybe that little bit bigger for most people. But they do a compact version, which has got a 4.6-inch display, and a premium version, which has got a 5.5-inch 4K display. So this one sits in the middle of the family, and the screen itself is superb. Full HD display given over 400 pixels per inch, so you get what Apple would call above retina grade quality. The full HD screen offers great colour accuracy using Sony's own triluminous display with the X-Reality engine that they've borrowed from their TV range. You can turn all this off if you wish, just so you get a nice basic screen, but apart from that, you can have the super vivid mode, giving your photos and videos more of a punch by enhancing the colours, making them more vibrant, almost AMOLED-like, which I can show you just by going into display settings. And there we go. So you've got X-Reality for mobile, off, or super vivid mode. Switching between them, you can see the difference between the two. You might not get this on camera, but it's easy to see on here. I keep mine on X-Reality as I prefer a more natural look to my photos and videos. The camera itself is one of the main talking points of Sony's whole entire range, but the Z5 having the 23-megapixel main camera with 4K video capture is fantastic. It's actually been awarded the top mark by DxOMark right up until the Samsung Galaxy S7. So the camera, as you'd expect from Sony, is top notch. And camera wise, I'm going to show you if I load the camera up. It's nice and straightforward, easy layout, and the dot to take shots. The autofocus is very quick. It uses hybrid autofocus and can focus in 0.03 of a second, according to Sony, in which I can show you right now. So and you can see how quickly it can focus and capture. If I bring something a bit more depth, and there's not a problem at all. You get quite a few different camera apps. For example, you just slide through, so you've got the likes of 4K video, which is a dottle straight away. You do get a little warning to let you know if the phone heats up, it will shut down. And that's the camera interface there for you. The front camera, which is 5-megapixel resolution, is perfect for taking videos, as it still records video in full HD, and it's perfect for your video calls and everything too as well. So not really any issues at all with the camera. The photos itself, I mean, I'm not a heavy camera user, so I don't really take that many great photos, but for example, the shots that I've just taken before, I can show you. And I can zoom right in, and you can see a high amount of detail. And if I was to come back out, and you can see that one is a little bit out of focus, but that's because I used the shot for the other. Much better quality. So you've got your high quality camera on that, and it will not let you down. So you've got all your different options on that. And like I say, I don't really use the camera that much, but when I do, the shots have been faultless. I can't really complain with it. 99% of the time, it will take a perfect shot. There will be the odd occasion where you will need to take the shot again, either because it just hasn't got the right shot because someone's blinked or anything. But apart from that, most of the time, you'll enjoy the camera. It's easy to use and quite straightforward. Getting back to some of the apps, they say you've got AR Effect, which will allow you to put augmented reality images on the screen. So for example, you have a dinosaur wandering around with your children. Time Shift Burst allows you to take multiple shots just by pressing the shutter key once. Time Shift Video, slow-mo video. And you've got other effects for the likes of multi-camera, which allows you to hook up a portable camera from Sony, the likes of camera range. And you've got the AR Mask, which just gives different functionalities as well. There's camera effect, background defocus, and also sticker creator. One of the other popular ones is Social Live and Live on YouTube, which allows you to broadcast live to Facebook or YouTube with dedicated apps preloaded in the phone ready to go. But as the camera experience goes, it's easily one of the best out there, and shots wise, so easy to take a shot and get great results each time for you. Getting on a big thing with the phone, after 6 months of use, is battery life. When this phone was announced, as along with other phones prior to this one from Sony, the likes of the Z3 and the Z3 Plus, Sony have touted up to 2-day battery life based on mixed usage. For me, that doesn't seem to be the case. Normally, I get a full day out of it, and then I've got to charge it at the end of the day, leaving us with about 15% left on it before a phone starts screaming at us to be put on charge. I am a medium to heavy user of the phone, so I didn't expect to get the full 2 days out of it. But the likes of what I do on my phone, the usual calls, text, bit of social networking, so that's Twitter, Facebook, play the odd game or two, maybe watch odd video on YouTube, and sometimes take the odd photo. Like I say, I'm not a heavy camera user, but most of the time it's listening to the music, and it's the music which standout feature of this device. Having your stereo speakers and your high-res output makes a massive difference when you plug in a pair of high-quality headphones. Now, I have my screen brightness on about 70% at all times, purely because the screen is very bright, and this also helps with battery life of the phone. Battery life of the phone, like I say, I'm getting a day out of it. Some may get more, some may get less, depending on usage. But the reason why I have the screen brightness down is the screen is too bright. As you can see, I've got it on about 50 to 60%. Crank it all the way up, it'll throw the camera off, and everything goes a bit skew with. So you don't need it at maximum brightness. Have it around about there, and it's still perfectly eligible for daylight usage. So when it's bright outside, I can still see the screen and everything like that. And again, that helps with the battery life. Regarding the Z5, I'd have no problem at all recommending it to friends, family, anybody that wants a high-end smartphone that's capable of doing whatever you'd want the phone to do. We'll be taking great photos, decent battery life, superb music, excellent build quality, and all at a very good price from what it's capable of now. The phone, like I say, still feels and looks premium to the day. The fingerprint scanner is one of my favourite features, and it works perfectly. So if I lock the screen and press lock, you can see it does it perfectly each time for you. So if you want a great camera, great screen, great battery life, expandable storage, and it's waterproof too, get yourself the Z5. You will not be disappointed. Last but not least, if you like this video and you would like to see more, please like, share and subscribe, as my next video will be a full year review of the Z4 tablet. Thanks very much. Goodbye.